Hey guys, Mr. Sheik here. We've got a scrim tomorrow on Inferno, so I wanted to do a little bit of talk about this map, about the seaside anyway. And so what I'm going to talk about is a couple of player positions that I'm pretty sure about, and then talk about an execute and a be execute. So the player positions on the default are going to be Mig. I want you going B at the beginning. And Ferg, I want you splitting your time between mid and apartments based on what the team's doing. So I'll tell you in game. So hopefully we can scrim this once or twice before our game tomorrow. What else do I want to talk about? Yeah, and then I'll talk about an A execute and a B execute real quick. So some of the default nades you're going to want to throw. Basically throw that nade or that molly every round. Do I have God mode on? Yes. That prevents an opper from, so molly pops there. That prevents an opper from coming here. Although keep in mind, oppers can, let's keep refreshing the molly. Oppers can throw smoke like that. Normally it bounces. Whatever. I meant to throw it so that it goes like that and bounces into the corner, and then they can peek it. So keep an eye out for that. Also, CTs will often throw a molly of their own there, and your best option is to either push through it or just smoke it off so that you can maintain banana control. Because at most they're going to have 3 mollies B. So they can molly deep banana, close banana, and then they can have 1 molly left to refresh one of those. So if you smoke one of them off, then that can also tell you if there's 2 or 3 B. And that can be useful information for your mid players. I'm going to try that smoke one more time. So if that pops there, you throw one in the corner. That's what I was trying to do. And then they can peek like this. So also, if you opt B, that's a nice little peek because you can get close and kill people crossing and all that stuff. Especially if they also throw that, because then it's hard to see them. Anyway, so that's all the B stuff for the default. For A, what you're gonna do is, or if you're gonna take mid, you're gonna come to this part of the map, wait for nades and mollies that often come through, and then get into Mexi. Often an opper will sort of crouch walk around here, and if you've got rifles, we can swing on this guy. So if you see one there, you can either have your own opper counterattack or counter peek, or just spot and push him off, make him waste his smoke. Because we want to get this smoke down as early into the round as possible so that we can get brackets control later. Then when that smoke fades, then you should know these smokes from pugs. You can smoke either side and then push through. There's mollies for the cubby. What else? Mollies for the balcony, flashes for the balcony, not the balcony, the porch, all that kind of stuff. But basically, be able to clear brackets. Smoke one side, peek the other side, try and get some damage, and then fall back. For taking apps, so for if you're going apps, shoot out the window. You might want to hold it for a second before you walk up. And you can either meet up in mid or jump in and split it with a couple of people. Now this is an op angle. They can off you from here, be careful. You can also spam this, which can be quite nice to help clear out the hallway or clear out this little cubby here. So all this is very, very spammable. And if you're taking apartments control, it'd be nice to have someone around here to hold this and also to, again, spam that same wallbang spot. That's basic Inferno setup. Take B, take A, go back and forth a lot. T side of Inferno is very, very dynamic, a lot of running around. Anyways, then the smokes I want to talk about on A is, or B rather. Can't really see that, but anyway, I'm going from this part of the map, so this bit of scaffolding, and then up to the second wire. I'm just letting go. That'll be a CT smoke. If you don't know CT smokes, I don't know what you're doing. The second smoke is going to be a coffin smoke where you line up with these bricks, and then you look up so that on classic view model, the pin or the little notch in the grenade lines up with the little notch on the balcony. Throw it right there. Boom. So very basic. A couple of things to worry about is it is kind of hard when you're wrapping around like this to deal with someone right up there. It's actually fairly easy to deal with someone new box. So what I do for that is I go up to the shadow and this window here, and then I jump throw with the molly, and that'll get all of first oranges. Anyway, so you throw that, flash over the top, and boom, that'll get you out. And then you have to fight basically these three angles. That's what you have to worry about. And then once you're satisfied those are clear, you can either molly new box from back here, or you can just like you can split it where you have a couple, maybe one guy jump up here and hold new box, and then the other people walk up this way and clear oranges and new box. And that way you're both peeking from the same spot. So that's basic execute. And obviously you play post plant. One thing about Inferno that's really nice is it's actually fairly easy to take coffins control. So just like with Mirage where you want 2 of 3 places. So there's CT, there's banana, and there's coffins. You want 2 of those. So if you have banana and actually with Inferno, CT and coffins are kind of linked. So if you've got one of these 2, you're doing pretty good. So it's more actually like coffins / CT plus the new box, because the site is actually much better to play from inside of on this map. So yeah, much easier to hold B than holding other sites, which is also why executes are much more important, because on a site like Mirage, even if you smoke everything off, you can still lose the retake very easily. So the execute isn't actually as useful. It's better to save your nades for the post plant. But on Inferno, once you're at the site, it's actually much easier to hold. So the execute I want to show you guys doesn't actually require apartments control. It requires arch control and porch. So what you do is once you throw your smokes early, or you throw smoke on one side and then you molly that in case there's an op or whatever. You do have to clear boiler and bedrooms, but you don't have to clear long haul, which is very useful. And there's 2 smokes for this execute. And they're from either side of this doorway. So the first one is you come to the side of the doorway that's closest to porch, and you look at this pipe, and you look at the top of it and just throw. And the second one, you go to the other side of the doorway, and you look at the top of this window and just throw. And it's sort of like a wall of smoke. Now, there are a couple of holes because a site of Inferno is just a bear. So the reason you don't come out of apartments is because of this angle. So they can get up on top and peek around. So there's going to be some flashes that should deter that. But keep in mind that they can play there. And if you want to be super obnoxious, if they play that all the time, you can nade stack as you come around the corner. Just run at the. It's the same lineup as the close smoke grenade, but it's a running jump throw instead of just a standing throw. Because the grenade, if you just did a standing throw, the grenade wouldn't make it. See, the last thing I want to talk about is to deal with the apartments player. Because as I said, if you don't clear the balcony, it can be real obnoxious. So you don't want someone standing here, dodging a flash, and then getting a 2K and then escaping. That's the worst case scenario. So I'm going to show you guys a Molotov that you can actually use in your pugs to be really annoying. I know whenever I played with someone and this guy used against them, they were super salty about it. I should show you where you stand. So you go up to this window and you line your crosshair up with this part of the wood, and then you go up until this dark spot. Let's see, so crosshair cover 2. That's a little bit easier to see in the air anyway, not over here. So anyway, you go right here and you do running jump throw. Anyway, Molly's off balcony. It doesn't get this guy like really deep. Let's see if I can throw it a little bit further. There, that one was a little bit better. So I used my bind that time instead of doing a manual jump throw. And on a 128, this is 64 tick, as you can see in the lower right hand corner. On a 124 tick server, that would go a little bit further. So it's something to practice for sure. Or would it go a little bit shorter? I don't fucking know. Something to practice. So you throw those nades, and I nominate. I don't fucking know. It can't be Mig, because Mig will have thrown his molly already. Let's say Ferg throws this molly, and then everyone should know these smokes, really, because on Inferno is a map where you just don't know who's going to have smokes left. So if you've got a smoke, like I'll call it in the round, say, okay, you two throw smokes. And then the pathways, so the smokes pop here and here. Oh, actually, it's not on the ledge, because then the opera could see your feet. So it does cover graveyard. Ooh, I did forget one thing. After you throw the smoke, for instance, throw a flash. And that's for pit. So you can throw it way over there, or you can throw it just over the top. Both those work for pit. The over the top one's better because it doesn't blind your guys coming here. And anyway, once pit's blind, you can molly him off, and then boom, then you swing on him, and you fight pit, then you fight mini pit, and then you, like this smoke, if it needs to be refreshed, you can just smoke moto through it, and then you clear grave. And honestly, you don't even need to clear sight to plant the bomb, because like I said, you need 2 of 3, but on this map there's or on this site there's actually like 4. So there's apartments, there's lane, there's moto, and there's pit. All of these are great spots to defend the bomb from. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you have 2 of 4, you're in good shape. You just have to make sure you have you know what your teammate has, so you can cover it properly. So if your teammate has apartments, then you've got to jiggle and make sure they don't push up porch on them, and then help trade moto. Or if they're apartments, it might be better to hang out down here so that you can play these sort of angles in case your apartments kind of get smoked off. If they have if you have porch and pit, then this pit you can hold apps, and then you can spot moto, that kind of thing. So you don't actually need sight. You smoke here, plant the bomb. This also means you don't really have to check ninja. I mean, spamming it's a good idea, because it just takes 4 bullets to kill a guy. So you can spam and then just run away. Yeah, plant default and then run away. So those are a few things we can practice in our scrim. Good luck in the game tomorrow.